We really need to appreciate the greatness of Lamar Jackson because it seems like every other year you have a black quarterback that comes out of the draft that is a good athlete, has a really good arm, and they always get paired to, or they always get compared to Lamar Jackson. But most of the times those guys end up failing to even come close to being the player that Lamar Jackson is right now. And he's on the verge of winning his third MVP. He has 20 touchdowns, which is second in the NFL, and only 2 interceptions. That's the best touchdown to interception ratio in the league. He also has the best QBR, quarterback rating in the NFL right now. Lamar Jackson, let me ask y'all a serious question about him. Right now, at this point of his career, where do you rank him all time? Because I feel Lamar Jackson is a top 10 quarterback at the moment. The only thing that he has yet to accomplish is winning a Lombardi trophy, which I think is going to happen sooner rather than later because this is one of the most dominant players in NFL history. He owns the NFC. And he has the second best win-loss record since he became the Ravens starting quarterback, only second to Patrick Mahomes. With how well Lamar Jackson has played this season for Baltimore, he's definitely putting himself in the conversation for being a top 10 quarterback all time when it's all said and done. If you already don't feel that way, we are never going to see another quarterback like Lamar Jackson in the NFL ever again because it is very rare to find a quarterback that not only is a lead athlete, but he also is an elite passer. This is the best season that Lamar has had from just purely throwing the football inside of the pocket. The dude has been surgical. He's had 2 games this season already where he's put together a perfect passer rating. And right now, the Ravens are the clear favorite to win the AFC right now. I would take Baltimore over Kansas City solely because they got Lamar Jackson. As good as what Patrick Mahomes is, the gap between Mahomes and Lamar, there really isn't. When somebody tells you that Mahomes is better, the only thing that they're going to use to justify their reasoning for that is Super Bowls. But Super Bowls doesn't always define how good a player is. When people discuss who's the GOAT of the NBA, they never bring up Bill Russell. He has the most championships of anybody, but they always talk about MJ and LeBron, but neither one of those guys have 11 NBA finals like Bill Russell does. So if we don't consider Bill Russell to be in the GOAT conversation when it comes to the NBA, why don't we have that same energy when it comes to making the argument between Mahomes and Lamar Jackson? Because Lamar Jackson has outplayed Mahomes by a really wide margin. He's been more consistent. He's been more efficient. He's taking care of the football. The only thing that you can say that Mahomes has over Lamar is the postseason success. But postseason success doesn't always define the greatness of a player. Yes, I know that legends are made in the playoffs, but if Lamar was to retire right now, you have to say that he is the best dual threat quarterback to ever do it. And 2, 3 decades from now, nobody is going to remember Michael Vick. And I'm not talking about the old heads out there. If you grew up on Michael Vick, the new generation is only going to know about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is kind of going to make Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham's legacy kind of a little bit, extinct in a sense, because when you think about what the definition of what a dual threat quarterback is, you're going to look at Lamar Jackson. We are never going to see another talented quarterback like this ever again. For as many Lamar Jacksons that come into the league, supposedly, you get more Anthony Richardsons. Lamar Jackson is one of one. He's a true unicorn. When he was coming out of the draft out of Louisville, I remember a general manager, I think his name was Bill Polian, saying how he needed to change his position of wide receiver or running back. And look how phenomenal he's been. You can make the argument that not only is Lamar Jackson a top 10 quarterback all time right now, but he's the most talented quarterback that the NFL has ever seen. We've never seen a quarterback throw the football this accurately, but also be this elite running the football. We got to give Lamar Jackson his roses. Because Lamar Jackson right now is doing something that we've never seen a single quarterback in the history of this game be able to do. Just take over games, just doing anything. He can kill you from inside the pocket, outside the pocket, and on the ground, which is what makes him so unstoppable. That's why he has the second best win-loss record in the league, only behind Patrick Mahomes. And if he would have had an Andy Reid-like head coach, there's no telling how good he could be. Right now, Lamar Jackson is an all-time talent. He's a top 10 quarterback in my book. There's not too many quarterbacks that I would take over Lamar. Hell, I would take Lamar Jackson over Dan Marino, Steve Young, and Ben Roethlisberger. You know, just based off what Lamar Jackson has accomplished up to this point in his career, there's not really too many quarterbacks right now that can compare to Lamar. The only thing that he hasn't done is win a Super Bowl. Other than that, he has accomplished everything that there is to accomplish in the National Football League. Lamar, to me, is one of one. We are never going to see another quarterback this good ever.